In this video series, we're going to be talking about safety in the science classroom and appropriate behaviors while you're in a science classroom. And it's important before we get started that everybody realizes that everyone is responsible for lab safety. There's no single student's responsibility to be safe in the science lab. Everything you do affects everyone else. For example, if you're working in a team and three of the people in the team are conducting themselves safely and one of the people in the team is not, that puts everyone else in the team at risk and possibly everyone in the classroom at risk of injury. A few things we're going to cover before we get started is science is a hands-on class. So there will be risk of injury in the classroom at various times, especially if you're not following the safety rules and guidelines. Safety in the classroom is our #1 priority, so that's what we'll start with before conducting any experiments and classroom activities. Rules and procedures must be followed at all times, not in designated lab times, but any time that you are in the science classroom, there's a possibility of a risk if you're not following rules and procedures. You guys will have to read and sign a safety contract before participating in any of the labs inside the classroom. And students must pass a quiz before being allowed to complete laboratory activities. So for general rules, there will be no horseplay inside the science classroom ever. And once again, this applies to the science classroom, not just designated lab times. Everyone is expected to follow all of the instructions carefully, not just specific instructions, but every one of them. Do not begin working until permission is given. You may miss important information if you start early, or you may not be properly supervised if you start when you're not supposed to. Next thing is that food, drink, and gum are not allowed in the science classroom at any time, mostly to protect you because your food, drink, or gum may become contaminated, and that is not something that we wish you to consume. Another reason would be to protect the laboratory equipment and make sure it stays in safe working order for everyone in the classroom. And again, lab safety is everyone's responsibility when they're in the science classroom. We will talk more about this in the next video.